All right, hi everyone, welcome back to ESCXTRA. My name is Bente, and today I'm here with Olivera from UMK, who is in the running to represent Finland this year in Eurovision. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. Did I pronounce your name right?
Yeah, Olivera.
Good. All right, good to know. So just to get us started, can you just give us a little introduction? Who are you, about your song, that kind of stuff?
I am 27. I am Olivera. I am from Finland, and I have been releasing my kind of indie pop music since the year 2015, and I'm a storyteller. Lyrics are a very important part of music for me, and Thank God I'm an Atheist is my first single of my upcoming debut album, hopefully coming later this year or maybe next year. You know. And this is a very important song for me. It's kind of a song that I've been writing ever since I was a kid. I've been wondering those kind of questions my whole life. And one day I just sat at my piano and the song kind of just wrote itself. It was just like it was waiting somewhere deep in my mind and
Yeah,
just wanted to come out.
you've kind of been working on it for your whole life, you would say.
Yeah, on some level, definitely.
Oh, that's so cool. So how did you kind of get into music?
Um, I started singing at the very young age, like around 2 or something. It's
Wow.
something I've always, yeah, it's something I've always done. Um, I used to sing with my grandmother, who was also a great singer. Um, and then I started making my own songs very at the very young age as well. I've always kind of had this feeling that I love music. I love to perform and to sing other people's songs, but I have always wanted to make my own songs and create my own stories and like because it's a really way for me um to express my feelings and how I see the world.
Yeah, so you always knew you wanted to be a musician.
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, I have had different periods in my life. Like my early 20s, I was like having this really strong pressure from I don't know, the society, people around me that I I should have the plan B or even like start start to get the real job someday. And it's just the problem is that nothing makes me work as hard as music. It's like I know I would be able to do other stuff as well, but not with that same passion. And I always came back to music. And yeah, for a few years now, I've been able to actually make a living with my own music. So I really couldn't be happier about that.
Yeah, it's a dream come true.
Yeah. It is.
That's so nice. So of course you're in UMK. I am not Finnish, so I'm not gonna even try to pronounce the name. Why did
Uuden musiikin kilpailu.
that?
Yeah.
Yes. So why did you decide to participate in it?
um, I've always felt like that could be something um, I would be interested in if the right song came to me like with the right song. I didn't want to attend with just some like I felt like I need to have something bigger to say
Mhm.
if I attended, and thank God I'm an Atheist felt like it.
That's good. Yeah. So how are you kind of preparing for the shows?
Well, practicing a lot now, especially these last weeks, they are very full of practices and interviews and everything. But I'm the kind of person who really starts to be nervous like 72 hours before the show. I know
Okay,
that's when
yeah.
it's gonna hit me. I already know that. So I'm pretty cool now.
That's good. That's good. So of course, I would love to talk about your song, Thank God I'm Atheist. In your own words, what would you say that it is about?
Thank God I'm an Atheist is a song about wondering probably the biggest questions we have, questions we will never find answers. Um, I have always found the idea of eternal life um, really weird, and it's really causing me nothing but anxiety. And the reason is that it's something unbelievably, like, overwhelmingly big. It's something we, I mean, I don't think we even understand what we're asking when we are dreaming about eternal life. I think that life itself is precious just because, and actually because we know it's going to end. And obviously this is something me or anybody else can really have the final word, but my biggest hope is that whatever we believe in, some people are religious, some are atheists, some many people don't know, but the one thing that we can be certain of is that we are living right now this life, and it can be our only life. So I hope that nobody lives their life um, thinking that, well, it's probably gonna I'm probably gonna have another life after this, so what I'm doing right now doesn't really matter that much. That's like, whatever your world view is, I really hope that um, we would understand the value of our time, of our limited time here during this life, and to we need to love the people we love now and express our love now, and uh, do the things we want to do now, be good people right now, not because of somebody's probably gonna judge us after this life. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's really beautiful actually. I really like that there's so much thought goes into the song. You know, you already mentioned that like lyrics are very important. I think that's really cool. Yeah, so it's like it's very philosophical,
Hmm.
philosophical for you, right?
Yeah,
Philosophical
yeah, it is.
English, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's actually, I think it's definitely more philosophical than like anti-religious or anything, because I don't particularly have anything against religious. I think it's something that has been around. It's something so deep in human nature to be religious, and that's why we have so many different religions, because people have always been religious. um and if that is, if being religious is the way that makes you happy, makes you be a good person and do good things, then that's the way, that's the right way for you. But for me, that has always been something that didn't feel quite right when I was a kid. There was something like two big questions inside my head. I was this annoying kid who was asking difficult questions from adults and like, shh, don't ask that. It's like, but how about the dinosaurs? Yeah, it's another story.
That's so funny because I had the exact same thing in my childhood. I
Mm.
went to a
Many of us do.
yeah, I went to like a religious school, and then I kept asking them about the dinosaurs, and they were like, "We don't know. We don't have an answer for that." So I was like, "Okay, well, so that's funny." Yeah.
Mm.
Of course, I'm sure the title has sparked some controversy.
Mm.
How did you kind of deal with that?
Um, Well, I think that when a title raises conversation, it only tells that it is something meaningful for people, and um, people care about these questions, and uh, it tells that they have something to deal about. And my experience is that um,
Sorry about that.
what's your cat's name again?
Her name is Luna.
Luna. Hello.
Luna.
wants to be wants to be a part of our conversation.
Yes,
But anyway, I think that the only people who have got like angry and really expressed their strong feelings about this in a negative meaning have been people who don't have peace with these questions, who don't have peace with their own death and about the questions when it comes to afterlife and stuff like that. The people who they might be religious, they might be atheists, they might just be like um, very different kind of people who have been really excited and happy about this song. Like I have got a lot of great feedback from like Christian religious people who have been like, thank you for raising these questions in pop music. That's not very common. And um, I might not agree with everything you're saying, but there are things that I do agree with you. And this is just something that has given me a lot of thinking. So
so a lot
I
of
mean,
positivity.
people are always gonna talk, and that's what we are. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's been mostly positive.
yeah. Well, at least
Even
it's
then,
working conversation, right?
yeah, really interesting conversation around these huge questions, not just around me as a person.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, the cat is very insistent on being part of this interview.
Cats, they have 9 lives, right?
Yes.
So she's really interested in this topic. She's like,
Yeah, yeah. She hears you talking about God and religion.
she knows
What's up
something
with
we don't.
that? She does. She does. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that.
No
Um,
problem.
what was the creative process like, the songwriting?
Um, this song really, it came really fast. It was like, I mean, earlier I was talking about this process that I think has
Mm-hmm.
been going on in my head for
Mm-hmm.
probably my entire life. But the actual moment I wrote this song, it really didn't take more than 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. And that's always a good sign. I have this principle that when when you're writing a song, and if it doesn't feel right or doesn't have this sparkle in the first 20 minutes or 30 minutes, then it's probably not going to be a very good song. It doesn't have to be finished by that, but if you don't, it's 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 something really magical. It's just it clicks or it doesn't. Most of the songs don't click. that's just uh, that's rare and beautiful. It's a beautiful moment when you get this feeling that, hey, I might have captured something that is special. So it didn't really take long. Then when I was writing this, I thought that this is something I'm probably not going to release this because it's something I can't say this. It's like it's too much. People are gonna get mad, and I was really having these feelings. I've always been quite a good girl who doesn't really um do controversial things. So then my husband, who is also my producer and songwriting pal, he heard it and he was like, yeah, you're definitely going to release this. And I was like, no, I'm not. He was like, yes, you are. and and then we started to work on the production together, and yeah, it's really important to have somebody kick you, like kick your back, like, yeah, it's like, like support your feelings that are still insecure, and like, am I doing am I doing something bad? Am I doing this right? So but he thought that I have captured something special, and we definitely need to work on this, and we did.
Yeah, you definitely did. Oh, that's super nice to kind of have this support system. Do you feel like
Mm.
it's because you mentioned that, of course, like it's very personal and it's very, well, it's quite controversial title and,
Mm.
discussion lyrics wise. Do you feel weird or nervous about singing about that in front of so many people?
um no, not really. I think um the moment of getting seen is always the most scary moment. It's like the moment the song was released, I was really nervous. And the moment the title was released, that
Mm.
happened 1 week before the song release. So I think that was the most scary moment for me when it comes to this song. Now it's like, now it's public, and it's there. So it's like, it's the moment when you're stepping the line, like across the line. That's the most uh, dangerous moment.
Yeah.
um now now I'm more focused on the singing, that I really want to perform this song as well as possible. And also I've like just realized, like, in these couple days, that wow, this is something I've been dreaming my entire life, ever since I was 2. So it's like, I'm going to perform this to all of these people, and it's like over 1 million people. So whatever happens in the competition, nobody can take that moment away from me. So yeah, I can't wait for that. Like, after these 2 years of COVID and not being able to perform, I'm just so excited about that moment, being on the
So glad to
stage.
hear that. Yeah, absolutely. I
Mm.
can imagine, especially during COVID and just staying at home. And now suddenly you can perform in front of, like, you said more than 1 million people. I mean, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
it is.
I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, so of course, I also want to talk about Eurovision a bit.
Mm.
Um, why would your song be perfect for Eurovision? If it would be, it doesn't have to
Mm.
be.
Um, I think that Eurovision is it's probably the best party in the world. It's like something that brings the whole Europe, at least, I mean, the whole world, in one way, together. And there's always going to be happy, danceable songs in Eurovision. That's just something that's going to happen. We can be certain of that. But it also, a good party also has this moment or few that makes you emotional and wonder about big questions, or feel like, wow, like kind of settle down after the dancing thing, and then you can dance again. And
Yes.
I think that my song could be that one song um that kind of gives people the pause of wondering the miracle of life, how amazing is that we are here today celebrating. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
why I think it
good.
would be perfect for Eurovision.
Oh, I love that answer. It's like it's an existential crisis between partying.
Mm, yeah, yeah, and it's like, because partying is important. It's really, I mean,
Yeah,
these two
absolutely.
years have shown how important it is that we can celebrate and be together, and be happy. And oh, I've been missing that so much. Um, so, but it always feels better when you're like, phew, when you have this moment, like, like when you're in a in a good house party and you're having such a good time, and then you go outside and have this really deep emotional chat with some people you probably never met before, and
Mm-hmm.
you're like, wow, like, and then you have like a moment with those people, and then you go back inside and continue the party. That moment outside is really important part of the party.
Yeah, it makes you realize, oh, I'm so happy to be here right now.
Yeah,
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 yeah. I think that's a really good way to explain it. I really like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah, of course. So for you as a musician, what makes Eurovision so important or special?
Mm, I think the time that we're living now is is so hard in so many ways when it comes to politics or when it comes to COVID, and we need things that connect us more than ever. That's the whole reason why, for example, European Union is existing. It's like we can't deal with third war. We just can't. It's going to destroy us. So we need to be connected. We need to understand each other. And what is a better way to do that but music? It's an international language. It brings us together, no matter what's happening uh, in the world. As long as we have something so precious in common, um, we're doing something right.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. So it's a little less deep or emotional, this question, but do you have a favorite entry?
Like in the Eurovision history.
Yeah, yeah. If not, that's
Um,
also fine.
Sorry.
If not, that's also fine.
Um, um, well, I think Lorraine and Euphoria. That was something that really gives me chills every time I watch that video. It's like ah, something. It's probably something. It tells a lot about me. I love those because that's also kind of the moment when you're like after all the partying and dancing, then like, why can't this moment last forevermore? It's like, oh, I know exactly. So yeah, that's and also there was this one. They didn't win back in 2018, I think, but there were these Italian um, Fabrizio
Yes.
Moro and Ermal Meta.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
no, I can't. Fatto niente.
Non mi avete
Mm-mm.
fatto niente?
No, yeah, yes,
I'm not
that's
sure. I'm not Italian either, but I think, yeah.
yeah, that's the one. That was something, including the music video, the song, the emotion. That is just simply a masterpiece. It's like, yeah, but as you can see, I am a fan of these deep moments. Um, I've never been such a I've never been a party animal in the traditional way. I've always been the person who, the person who is sitting in a nice corner in a house party and like with a glass of red wine and like, hey, let's talk some deep things with people I've
Yeah.
never met.
Yeah, you're the person outside while the
Mm,
party's going on inside and you're having a deep conversation with a stranger.
yeah, I'm that person.
Well, that's great. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it reflects in your song as well.
Yeah,
It really shows your personality in a way, I guess.
it does, and I'm really happy that I am making the kind of music that I really want. So that's I just can't ask for more. It's like, yeah, I'm living my dream in that way.
I'm really glad to hear that. So I really only have one question for you, which is, do you have any final messages for your fans over at ESCXTRA?
Um, I just want to say, um, it's probably going to sound like a cliche, but love your life and love the people that mean a lot to you today, because we can't, because living today is the only thing that we can really be certain of. And yeah, celebrate the miracle of life today.
Wow, thank you. I mean, it doesn't sound that cliche. And I mean, if it does, that's fine, right? It's a cliche for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
It resonates
Cliches
with a
are
lot of
cliches. Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So Olivera, thank you so much for joining me today. It was a really nice chat. It was really good to have you here. For everyone at home watching, please subscribe to our channel, leave a like, leave a comment, and follow us at ESCXTRA on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And have a lovely day.